Established in 1992, Filpumps offer almost 3 decades of specialist experience in establishing new water sources or developing and treating existing private supplies, including a variety of wastewater management services. Our knowledge of the practicalities of private water supplies allows us to offer solutions that are in line with all current regulations and legislation, as well as being effective, efficient, requiring minimal maintenance, and offering low costs over the service life of the system. Perfect for any planned new builds on a private water supply. We are experts in the field of private water supplies. We serve almost any industry sector, from domestic, agricultural, small and large-scale wastewater treatment and drainage, commercial and leisure applications. There is literally no aspect of private water supply that we cannot help develop and support. We will be focusing on the domestic sector, in particular new build projects. The first and likely most common source of private water is a well. These are very straightforward sources of water, being either a natural or more likely a man-made depression in the earth, then typically reinforced with concrete. Any water flowing through the soil and loose rock can collect in the well, providing a source of water to draw from. They are simple and quick to put in place, but they do have some drawbacks when it comes to reliability. First and foremost being that there is no actual consistency in the quantity and quality of the water supply. Anything that can affect the soil can affect the water. For instance, seasonal weather changes may mean in summer the soil dries and the water flows away rather than pooling in the well. Water can even be lost to evaporation. And in the winter, the ground freezes and can limit the flow of water. Any contaminants that can get into the soil, such as fertilizers and animal waste, can change the water quality. Another common problem is that if another well is made by someone else, perhaps in a neighbouring field, then they are drawing from the same reserve of water as you, which can then limit the amount of water your well can provide. Now, don't take this that wells are completely unusable. A lot of wells have provided plentiful supplies of water for many, many years. However, our ever-increasing demands for water is putting traditional water supplies like these under pressure. So when building a new home, if you are going to make use of a well supply, then you need to consider the factors just discussed. This may mean additional infrastructure in order to maximize the best use of the water and to mitigate any potential shortcomings. The second supply is a natural spring. These are points at which water trapped in the bedrock has found a natural fissure in the rock, which lead all the way up to the surface. Like wells, these supplies can be simple to establish, but equally they also suffer from all of the same factors that can affect water quality and quantity as the water is ultimately flowing up through the loose soil and rock. The third type of private water supply is a borehole. Now, I will be going into a little more detail about boreholes later on, but at this point I will say that while they require more work to establish than wells and springs, borehole supplies offer consistent water quantity and quality year in, year out, regardless of seasonal changes or any of the other factors that affect water in the surface soil. They have even proved to be more reliable than the mains water supply in certain applications.